We go now to the Orange County Register building where columnist for OC Outdoors David Whiting is standing by ever so patiently this day before Thanksgiving. We're glad to see you, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
Great to see you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about daylight savings time and how daylight savings is over, and that's putting a crimp in many people's workout because now we have to go running or do our outside exercises in the dark.
We do. It's hard to imagine that only a few weeks ago, right around this time, we were watching the sunset, and now it's pitch black out there. But that doesn't mean that a lot of people still aren't going to go out and run, and of course also run even in the pre-dawn hours in the early morning. And that means taking some extra special steps to stay safe because it's really a different world. And I was reminded of that just recently running at night, and I felt like, people are actually trying to run me over crossing the streets, even though I had waited for the lights to change.
Right. Well, there are some other dangers besides just getting run over, which is, that's a huge danger. But there's more than that lurking out there when you're exercising in the dark. That's
really a good point. My daughter was reminded of that just a few years ago, as a matter of fact. She's a pretty strong-willed kid, and even if you tell her, don't go running at night, she's in her upper teens, and she's going to do what she wants anyway. And she was bothered by a stalker who was jumping, going kind of back and forth in behind houses and bushes. Nothing happened, luckily, but it was a reminder that we do want to stay safe, stay away from strange areas, try to run in well-lit areas, and there's a lot of fields, well-lit fields and high school tracks that I really recommend. And also, don't run on roads. This may seem like a really obvious thing in a place where there's as much traffic as we have in Orange County, but you would be amazed if you've really looked closely how many people are running on the roads at night. And it's against the law, and for a good reason too. If there's an adjacent path next to that bike lane or roadway, you have to stay on the sidewalk. And please, even if you think you're being safe by running against traffic, stay on the sidewalk.
It doesn't seem, though, as someone who's I'm not a competitive runner, I don't even run for exercise, but let's just say that right now. It seems like a good idea to run in the road, not, in the traffic, but alongside of where the traffic is, because then they can see you, but that's not true.
No, we're trained, run against traffic so you can see those cars coming.
Yeah.
Keep in mind the cars are generally going, though, at anywhere from 25 and more typically 40 or 50 miles an hour. That's about, I don't know, 100th of a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that fast. I can't jump out of the way of a car in that fast, and it's steel against flesh and bones, so that's pretty clear who's going to win. So get out of the way of the cars and stick to the sidewalks. People think, oh, the asphalt's softer. It's not really. It's for the human body, it's negligible.
What about some of the safety items, like those vests and all you were talking about in your article?
That's a great question because these things can save your life. This is the line by Brooks, but it really doesn't matter what the company is. These are reflective clothing, and they've come out in the last couple of years with this yellowish green stuff that you see. And wow, they really work. In fact, for my money, I think that they work better than the LED lights, which I wear sometimes, and my daughter does as well. They grab the attention of the drivers. They match the same sort of yellowish green that are on emergency vehicles, and they're hard to miss if you're in a car. They really give out about 500 candle watt power, which is a lot of light, and they can save your life, even if you're not running on the road. And again, don't. But you are going to probably have to cross the road at some point. They really catch those headlights.
All right, David, thank you so much for joining us. And, of course, you can read David Whiting's column in the Orange County Register coming up. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
You too.